Saying no can be one of the most difficult things for an introvert to do because, let's be honest, we care what other people think about us. We have a certain sensitivity towards facial reactions of people, changes in tone of voice, and all these types of things that when we say no, when they seem disappointed, we pick up on that. And let's be honest, since we like to analyze things, sometimes we overthink what they really think to our no. The problem is, for a lot of us, when we say yes too often, it forces us into a situation where we end up having to say no to things we really want to do. We might say yes to an activity that takes up an entire weekend. It takes away the time that we really wanted to recharge for the following week's work. We then, during that weekend where we're doing the things we said yes to, we find ourselves kind of resentful and flooded with negative emotions. Over the last few years, there's really been this trend where everybody says say yes to everything. Opportunities will explode upon you and you will be so successful in life. And for some people out there with the almost unlimited amount of energy who always want to be on the go, that type of advice probably works. But for those of us that are introverts, though, that just doesn't work quite like that. We do have a finite amount of energy. And the funny thing is, because of other qualities that make up an introvert, we put ourselves in that position more often because we just literally don't want to say no. For many of us, though, it's not a straight yes that we say to somebody, it's a maybe. And let's be honest, when you tell somebody maybe, on their end, that's a yes. On your end, when you say maybe, it's a no. So maybe is kind of disingenuous. You're telling them one thing when you mean another. So as an introvert, you gotta just figure out when and how to say no, and then don't feel guilty about it. Set boundaries. And a lot of times that one no or a couple no's in a row on a specific type of thing that you don't enjoy doing will stop the other person from ever asking for that again. That's when you don't really have to say no to that anymore. And then there's the fact that saying no to one thing a lot of times means saying yes to something else. If your time isn't being taken up by something that your heart isn't into, it gives you time to do something that your heart is into. So my question for you is, are there things that you find yourself continuously saying yes to that you regret it almost immediately? Or you regret it as you're doing it? Do you feel resentful? Do you find yourself doing this thing you said yes to while thinking about the things you really wanted to be doing? So if there are things that you're saying yes to that you shouldn't, let me know in the comments below. Maybe we can work with each other, trying to figure out how to get around that uncomfortable feeling with saying no. Because if you want to have a more full life, you have to be able to say yes to the things that make you happy. Well, anyways, my name's James from Long Live Geek, trying to help you live a more happy and full life. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Have a great day, and may the force be with you.